Hi, my name's Jackie and I have Alzheimer's disease. This is my adventure with Alzheimer's disease. I was diagnosed probably about 2.5 years ago. At that time, my neurologist said that I probably had moderate dementia. Later on, I was tested through MRI, blood test, and spinal lumbar puncture, which hurt, and that all showed positive for Alzheimer's. So that's my deal. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about what I hope to achieve with this channel. I should also say that this channel is probably not going to be real edited for my pauses and my eye rolls as I'm trying to think of a word, because I don't think that's very authentic. This is how I talk right now, and it's pretty damn good. One of the reasons that I want to do a channel is because I'm so lucky that I understand that I have Alzheimer's. I can still speak really well and communicate well, and I can articulate what things have changed in my brain and also what kind of coping mechanisms I've found, and other things, answer questions, which I think might be really important to people. This is me going over my notes, okay, because I have notes. I searched YouTube for Alzheimer's disease, and the results were pretty grim. There's a lot about caregivers. That's not grim. That is good. And I myself was a caregiver for my mother, one of 3 caregivers, my brother being the main one, for my mother who had dementia that was unspecified. So I am glad there's so many places that caregivers can go online to find help and support. But looking for first-person accounts, I found a couple of people getting interviewed 17 years ago, 12 years ago. I mean, things have changed completely since then. Not a lot of first-person accounts. And so I thought maybe I might fill that gap. When you search for Alzheimer's, as much as I do, and as I do my research and, as I do my research, you get tons of clickbait. I mean, tons of clickbait. And I get so many things like, if you can't say this word, you have Alzheimer's. If you can say this word, you definitely don't have Alzheimer's. And then this is Alzheimer's in a bottle, or this food will give you Alzheimer's. And then they have pictures like this. No, I don't know what that man's problem is, but I don't think it's Alzheimer's. I think there's something else going on. I don't know why they thought that, hey, here's a picture of somebody with Alzheimer's right here, pouring crap down his face. So that brings me to another thing, which is I use humor to cope. Now, Alzheimer's disease is not in itself a funny thing, okay? And I understand that. And there are people out there who are heartbroken, who are taking care of their loved ones who are no longer there. I know the heartbreak. But for right now, I'm not suffering. And the only way I cope with things in my life is through humor. And so even though the disease is not funny, some of the things that happen because of the disease, I find pretty ridiculous. And I laugh at ridiculous. And I laugh at some of the things that my brain thinks, because then it doesn't have so much power over me. And it's better to laugh than to freak out every time something goes wrong. So I do have stories, and I do hope to make more videos, probably shorts, about little things that happen to me that I think are very funny. And the other people in my house think are pretty funny too, so maybe you will think it's funny. And please laugh with me. Okay, the worst thing I can think of is that people see these and go, oh, how sad. Fuck that. Oh, that brings me to another thing. There will be a lot of cussing. So if that bothers you, it's probably going to be a problem. Let me look at my notes. I am really lucky to have found this Zoom group out of the Memory and Brain Wellness Center that is part of University of Washington in Seattle, which is a huge center of excellence for Alzheimer's and other dementia. I'll try to put a link to that Zoom group somewhere in the description. Okay, so we meet every Tuesday, and there's about 16 of us that are regulars, and we are a lucky group because all of us know that we have Alzheimer's, and all of us can still communicate. That group, the main thing we do in that group is laugh. There's always an icebreaker from a volunteer that works with us, that started working with us when he was in school. And then it's run by a therapist who volunteers because she loves us so much. So what happens is there's an icebreaker, and then we all start telling stories because we're a bunch of old farts, and we laugh a lot. And then there are some days that we don't laugh so much, especially when somebody's new, or somebody's had an incident, or somebody is struggling with something. We all are there to support each other. And it is just the best thing. And they have been really supportive of me starting this channel as well. So if my peeps are here, hello. I'm hoping that other people with maybe mild cognitive impairment, MCI, or early Alzheimer's, or, like me, moderate Alzheimer's. I hope you chime in and ask me questions about what you'd like other people to know. And I'd like other people to ask me questions about what you would like me to tell you. Remember that this channel is my experience with Alzheimer's. A lot of things that happen to me might not happen to anybody else. And a lot of things that, but some things that happen to me are kind of common. The people in my memory group have all different kinds of dementia and memory problems. And they are, several of them are willing to be interviewed for this channel. And I'm really looking forward to that, because I think there's a stereotype about people with Alzheimer's. And it used to be that they didn't get diagnosed until they were way into it. But now we have different tests to diagnose people earlier. And so there's a lot of people like me that have Alzheimer's, that can communicate, that understand what's happening. And we are lucky and able to tell you about it. Okay, let me look at my notes again. All right. I think that was most of what I wanted to say. This isn't going to be a real slick kind of channel. It's going to be me with Alzheimer's, with my ums and my rolling my eyes and my word searching and my bizarre sense of humor and stuff like that. And so I just invite you to come with me on this journey as long as I can do it. I hope that you will find something interesting. I hope you'll find something informative. And I hope maybe we can develop a community of other people with Alzheimer's that would like to get their story out. So thank you so much. If you've watched this long, I'm really encouraged. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.